All right, trying to catch up on some training footage because I keep forgetting to upload or not getting a chance to upload. So this is some bench giant set from last week. Doing long pause here. So instead of like just a motionless bar on the chest and then pressing back up like a standard pause bench would be, I try to exaggerate that quite a bit. Felt pretty fine. It's 245 here, I think, for 5. Pretty sure. Did this for either 12 or 14 minutes. I can't remember. Got 20 total reps. So the sets ended up looking like 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1 or something like that. I don't know what that combination of numbers adds up to, but I know there was 20 total in 12 or 14 minutes. Started at sets of 5, and then I ended with a single, so they descended a lot. So that was, I guess, like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then here's some squats from like a Thursday or Friday. I know these were later in the week on a different day. I tried to squat on that day that bench footage is from, and it's cooked. I don't know. It's fucked. I think I'm not giving myself enough recovery between these heavy lower sessions. Because before, when I would train 3 days a week bi-weekly, I would do something like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I would hit lower really hard, really heavy on each day, but I had a lot of rest in between. So say I squatted heavy on the first day and was going to deadlift heavy on the second, I still had 48 hours between to recover. So I guess I'm not really managing that fatigue well enough. I took 365 for a single, just for a regular squat, the day that bench footage is from, and I made it, but it was so slow. I have no like strict set of rules for that, but if I do a lift that's like 80-90% and it feels terrible, I'm just gonna call it. There's no sense in me trying to move on that or train it any harder. I'd rather just hit it hard on a day that's recovered, because I'm not gonna act like this 2x5 340 pause squat is anything huge at all, but I would say if you're doing something like this for a pause squat, you can probably do close to like 10% more than this for regular squat. So a set of 5 at 340, I would say normally, I think most people, or at least in my case, can probably do closer to like 370 for a set of 5, which sounds pretty accurate on like any given day, given I did 405 for 5 a couple weeks ago. So whatever happens, I'm just going to have to rearrange some programming stuff to try and prioritize those heavy lifts earlier in the week, as opposed to just stacking them one on top of the other, because I can't always take a day off between training. If I could, I would go 3 days, really hard, really dense sessions with a full day rest in between, and then maybe a 4th accessory day, just depending on if I hit everything I wanted to on my training days. But regardless, probably 3 main hard sessions.
That's harder.
What do we got after this? Some deficit deadlift. Nothing crazy. I did these after the squat. It was a really dense session. It was like an hour long. I did 2x5 heavy pause squat, and then a giant set of deficit deadlift here, and then some rows after, and that was it. Called it there. Feel okay. Definitely going to feel a lot easier with those bumpers, especially on this Olympic bar. Get a lot more deformity out of that bar in the bottom position, but the deficit made it a little bit harder. So yeah, this was pretty standard, pretty chill week again. Not really by choice, but if it has to be a chill week, it has to be a chill week. Bench is moving at least.